Welcome to a new Daily Top Askreddit video. Today's topic. Adults of Reddit, what is something you should have mastered by now, but failed to do so? Writing a consistent signature, I just write my name like a folio. Mine is just a bunch of scribbled lines. I never have the same signature twice. Mine is just my name printed with a big swoosh at the end so it looks like I know what I'm doing but I really don't. Not procrastinating. Time fucking management. This is Suumi. I've been making the same lazy ass mistakes and expecting different results. Jesus, man. I'm 39. I need to get it together and quit procrastinating. Better get back to work now. Here's an interesting article regarding procrastination. I was enlightened by it for sure. Every time I bite my tongue or the inside of my cheek, I am reminded how I still have not mastered chewing after decades of chewing daily. If it makes you feel better, you have chewed things hundreds upon hundreds of times this week alone. A bite of steak might be a dozen or more chews and you'll take many bites of it. Think not about how you haven't yet mastered chewing, but how your chewing failure rate is like one failure per several thousand operations, which isn't bad. This guy chews. Keeping my bedroom clean. Always thought as a kid that it just magically happened for adults. It doesn't. You still have to clean your bedroom even when you are 33. And cleaning in general. My house is a mess and I feel like it's an uphill battle. It's not gross, but nowhere near my mom's standards. I went in the opposite direction when I went away to college. I kept my room obsessively neat. My house was always cluttered and unkempt while I was growing up, as my mom had 4 kids and 3 to 4 dogs, along with nieces and nephews frequently being babysat. We never actually dined at the dining room table, because it was always covered in papers, laundry, change, tools, toiletries, whatever items someone decided to put there. Clumps of dog hair would blow across the floor like tumbleweeds. Empty, full, and partially filled cups were left out everywhere. Books that no one read, air conditioners, and boxes of random shit were stuffed in every corner. Picture the house in Malcolm in the Middle, only not as severe. Christmas was really the only time the house was neat, if only to make room for the decorations. Being neat and organized became my way of establishing a sense of control over my own space. It's easiest when you don't let chores build up, but clean things immediately after use or whenever you notice them. Eventually it just becomes a habit, rather a chore. Accepting a compliment. I'm giving an awkward response 10/10 times. This one's easy, always say thanks. In a cheery tone. Just use that and don't bring any more attention to it. And avoid responding with a self-deprecating comment every time. After a while, it tends to make people worry. I can't tie a balloon once I've inflated it. I can't inflate a balloon. Can you blow? Hug or handshake. Edit. I think I would be super interesting to see how introversio/extroversion correlates with handshake/hug. That's a hug for me, bro. If I know you just go for it. If I don't, then just ask. I'll almost always say yes because I'm starved for human touch. One of my favorite thing about my mom is I can just hug her or she just hugs me and we can just hug for a while and it's not weird cause she's my mom. Same. I love a long, deep, communicating, lingering hug. And it's not weird because she is your mom. My mom would be like WTF. And then if you guess correctly that it's a hug, they hit you with the cheek kiss and you need to make the split-second analysis on which cheek they are going for. Always go for the right cheek first. Sleeping. Sleep is awful because it's so good. Like meth. Edit. I can't even believe this is the comment that gets me my first gold. Edit 2, serious, never meth. Not even once. https://drug/methamphetamine #addiction. https://www.nhs.uk/live-well/healthy-body. Don't do sleep, kids. Terrible at falling asleep, good at sleeping though. Trying to fall asleep is sometimes like trying to start a lawnmower that won't start no matter how many times you pull the cord. Planning meals / eating healthy. Date / marry a food conscious person. They help tremendously. Bonus, they will make out with you sometimes. I was that person until I started dating my ex and she refused to eat leftovers, aka food I cooked in batches. Kind of depressing looking back at my monthly food spending before/after dating her. Going to bed and getting up at the same time every day in a consistent routine. On the flip side of this, I can rarely sleep in past 7:30/8 on the weekends anymore. I'm 36, still have no problem sleeping till noon, however it isn't uncommon for me to sleep straight through my alarm when I should be getting up for work. Luckily, I'm not hourly and as long as I make money my bosses don't care. Handwriting. It has gotten worse, not better. Peaked at 4th grade. Same. I've had several different styles too, nothing looks good. I hope I'm never involved in a crime where handwriting analysis comes into play, because hoo boy, that analyst is going to be annoyed. Did you write this in 2008? Maybe. Yeah, I can't read it either. 36-year-old, can't whistle. I learned how to whistle at like age 20, randomly doing my weird sad whistling attempts while listening to music. It was about 2 a.m. and I ran outside, waited until I saw anyone, and whistled at them, then ran back inside. I love this. I can't whistle outwards like a normal person. My only option is to suck air in. Basic math. You think you know basic math until you're finger counting during a game of D&D. Edit. My first silver, thank you kind benefactor. I do this too, and most of my friends I play D&D with are engineers. It's embarrassing for me, so I hide my finger counting under the table. Your engineer friends are bad at math, too. The farther you go in mathematics, the harder it is to do basic math. If I ever went beyond difference EQ, I'd be afraid of forgetting algebra. If it makes you feel better, my professors in advanced math classes insisted we use a calculator for simple math operations so that we didn't make mistakes that would set us back further down the line. So most people I know with degrees involving advanced math use a calculator for addition and subtraction. Lol, can you imagine if it used complex math? The dragon breathes a cone of flame upon the party. Everyone within a cone that has a radius of 17.5 needs to make a saving throw, where the difficulty class is X as it approaches a value of 12.10 on a sinusoidal curve in relation to their target at position 4.65, 8.55. Failure means you take damage, scaling down a tangential factor of -2e17 where the value decreases to 0 by an inverted magnitude. I don't know complex math anymore, just making stuff up. Don't correct my shit. Your idea could work like impedance works, having a real and an imaginary resistance to something. Not letting stupid people's opinions bother me. I get so many ignorant comments that I don't engage with because I think they are a waste of time. But I think about them anyway. Forever. A friend posted some ignorant shit on Facebook last weekend. I shower argued with her for days. You're halfway there, at least. Not engaging with morons is huge. Often they are just trying to trigger you and will say whatever it takes to get the job done. Some people are just full of hate/insecurity and will cut the world just to see it bleed. Don't misunderstand me, though. I let these boobs get under my skin way too often. I find it helps to attach a literal age that matches their projected intelligence and maturity. Who gives a shit what a 5-year-old thinks? Making friends. But most importantly, maintaining the friendship. It just fizzles out. I wonder why. I am an avoidant according to attachment theory. Maybe that's why. Edit. I cannot not do it. How can I not? Thank you for the silver, kind stranger. Edit. Not sure how accurate this theory is. It's just interesting to me. Even I've to research about this properly. So take all this with a pinch of salt. Same issue. Maintaining those relationships is always really difficult, and I'm not entirely sure what you're supposed to do. None of it feels all that natural. From my experience, the key way to maintain relationships is to simply communicate with people regularly. I have some friends who have moved far away, but I still message them from time to time and we still end up hanging out whenever they are in town. It's not one-sided though, both parties need to put in some effort to maintain the friendship and communication. Saying sorry and / or getting defensive regarding things that I say that are not necessarily things to be sorry or defensive about. I'm not sure how to fix it and I think it's a confidence issue. Edit. Everyone, this blew up in a great way. I cannot help but smile and feel that maybe we've started a conversation together and will maybe begin to heal ourselves. You guys rock. Not sorry. I recently noticed that I have a habit of constantly apologizing for really minor things in my work emails, so I made a rule that before I hit send on any email I have to go back and delete the unnecessary apology. Now I just wish I could figure out how to do something similar for real-time communication. I heard that for emails and so on, thanking the other person is better than apologizing. For example, if someone points out a mistake in a document, instead of saying sorry, fix the mistake, say thanks for the catch, here's the updated version and send the corrected edition.